The Cardinals had a game that was a roller coaster of emotions, from Marvin Harrison becoming the guy dropping every pass to almost leading to a win. However, they still end up with a loss and 2-2. So what is next for the Cardinals? I mean, for the Cardinals, that's about as Cardinals of a game as you can get. Just all kinds of wild plays. The interception that Kyler threw, that they end up getting a fumble and then getting a field goal on that. The defense was good early until Mac Wilson kind of left. And then you saw the cornerbacks kind of become a problem as the Seahawks started to move down the field, throw the ball. They were doing a good job at doubling JSN, but even that started to get open toward the end of the game. And Marvin Harrison, I mean, I know they were killing him on Twitter, calling him a bust, all this, that, the other. But then something started happening, you know. Oh, by the way, I got to mention this. Kyler Murray just throwing ridiculous interceptions. I know they got the one back, and the second one was actually Marvin's fault. But it just looked a little unsettled like he normally does. But toward the end, they started dotting. Kyler started throwing great passes to Marvin Harrison Jr. They started making plays. The defense got stops, even if one was with a hold. And they almost won the game. However, they still end up with the loss. And I honestly think the biggest problem for the Cardinals right now is that this division is crazy. The other three teams in the division are 3-1, and they've lost to two of them. So that's a really tough situation for the Cardinals. It's going to be tough for them to try to dig themselves out of that right now. But we shall see what happens. I do think as well the play calling is ridiculous. Now they didn't want to run the ball. They just put it all on Kyler. They didn't run the ball at all with Trey Benson or any of the running backs. And that was just a strange decision to me, considering that, yes, they closed it back at the end. So it wasn't as close as 3 all the time. But that game was definitely one where you could have eased Kyler into it rather than just throwing him to the dogs. Like 41 passing attempts, I'm looking at it now. And he had 5 running attempts, led the team in rushing, to only 14 runs for everyone else. Like, that's just not going to get the job done because Kyler, like, that's not even his game. And I know that they're missing James Conner, obviously. He's out for the year, but still, they got to do something else to help facilitate that running game. Now, going forward for the Cardinals, NFL, not the St. Louis ones. You get the Titans coming up next, and then the Colts and the Packers. That Titans one, they're gonna need that one bad. They've been just barely winning, but beating these bad teams. They're gonna need to do that again to the Titans. And then you get the Colts and Packers, and at some point they're gonna have to beat one of these better teams in the league because they're all over the schedule. So we'll see what happens with the Cardinals going forward. Tough loss for them, though,